Do what?
I thought everybody comes to the park to fold their laundry. That's the damn thing. I'm gonna make sure I actually got all my laundry back. That's what I'm trying to do. And my socks, I can put my shirt on.
Man. Do what?
I said, what did you do to get a cane, or you just pack it up to your key people?
I use it to pick up chicks.
Nice, that's a good way.
I'm so full of it, my eyes are brown.
Alright, you can do like the fucking caveman, like you thump them, and drag them back.
Yeah, I think that worked in the movies, but I think that's a Hollywood thing. I don't think most people would have been crashing each other with sticks. I got a flashlight with a magnet on it.
You might be surprised at when that's magnet.
Well, I hope my music didn't bug you too much. Sometimes my back's really screwed up and it takes me a few minutes before I can get out of the vehicle.
I was this week and pull my laundry. I've got a bunch of butter come up on, but I don't really smoke pot anymore, but I don't know if my fucking pipe has anything in it. I have a fucking blue if you want to smoke one.
Oh, do what?
Blue, I got maybe a couple hits of nuts, some white juice. Check my plant.
Oh, I'm good on all that. I'm gonna be driving down to Tillamook Sporting Goods parking lot and passing out there.
Is that where you fucking hang out at? Shit, my fucking only pair of socks I wanted to wear is wet.
I usually hang out over by the library.
Library. So you get like fucking internet with that. Well, because I'm gonna go back to the house and get the fucking phone if it's charged up. But I was trying to figure out, like, why would I have the phone unless I have internet? Because it fucking doesn't have, like, service.
Yeah, I got a phone with internet. It's got service, and I can even hook stuff up to it now, but it took like 4 years for somebody to teach me how to do it.
Actually, be able to, yeah. That's what
And I tried explaining to people, hey, if you show me how to do it, I'll know how.
Right.
It seems to me a lot of people out here, they do know how, especially a lot of the youngins, but they're so strung out that they're not going to follow through. They'll say, oh, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Like, yeah, as soon as the cold sweats are done, I'll expect you to show up needing something.
It's fucking lame, that's true. Fucking...
In Boulder, Colorado, it was alright.
The cold sweat shit I've got isn't from doing fucking... It's not from drug withdrawals, it's from fucking being sick. Like, literally, fucking... Whatever the fuck I've got, it sucks. But that's why I don't even make dates or fucking plans. Anytime I try to make a plan or set a date on something, I fuck it up every time. Now if I don't have any plans and I just fucking when shit just happens, it works pretty good, but that's why a real job doesn't work with me. It's fucking not too much of a junkie. That's how it is.
That's one of the things about when somebody's still in a trauma situation, it's hard for them to come down off of anything. You know, like when you're constantly looking over your shoulder for the next person who's going to screw you over because you're easy to screw over. If you're small or disabled or elderly or a child, a lot of people choose positions of power, which really sucks out here because we got a lot of homeless people that would actually be doing pretty good if it wasn't for cops that got nothing better to do than hunt hobos. Thank goodness there's enough homeless people now that they can't really take the time to do that.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't mind the cops. I mean, I mind them. I just don't really bother me. We supposedly didn't have any. And now we do. Like, oh. I like a life that doesn't involve cops and robbers.
Me too.
Just the fucking simple existence. It's like, when you get up and you worry about what? Eating, providing for yourself, your family, like, just the fucking habit, you know? It's like how, like, the pioneers or whatever, just, it seemed to be easier, safer. There ain't no such thing as safety in life anymore.
Yeah, that definitely don't exist. And the more poor you are, the less it exists until you're out on the streets, and then it just completely doesn't exist.
Yep.
You might make a good friend who will stick around for a while, but he'll get desperate for some reason, or she'll get desperate for some reason, and
Yep.
yeah.
And they do it well too. They know right where to fucking hit that individual. Fucking, each of us have different fucking triggers and different fucking wants or needs. And for each one is, they're always good at it. It just sucks. Like, if we have so much power and control over things, it's like, why can't we just fucking make good things? Why is it so hard to make? And like, make everybody fucking beautiful. Why just one or two of us? Like, let everybody be beautiful. It ain't gonna hurt anybody. It's not gonna take from me if you have money. It's not gonna hurt me if you're pretty. Like, why is it so hard for them to grasp? You know?
What sucks is other
I mean,
people's
actually,
opinions.
it might
They
actually
make
even like
decisions
benefit
based
me.
on their opinions.
Yes, I like Sucker Punch a lot. I'm still gonna stick with Skinny Junior. I think it's manly tonight. Oh, that fucking foot hurts so much.
In Boulder, we used to have rules. And pretty much everywhere else, I have to ignore the Boulder rules because it's considered inconsiderate anywhere else.
Why?
I want to say feminism, but that's not the right word for it because that's not what it is. It's just straight up everything that a man does is horrible no matter what. So then we end up with a bunch of people that are unprotected because guys are afraid to do their jobs. Of course, that's according to what we're raised from birth to believe. It's not like it's a law that we have to follow. We don't have to be protectors for everybody. But then again, one or two people that aren't protectors for everybody make us all look bad because we're all judged for it.
I turn on to a man. Oh, geez. I'm feeling so well so far. You're right. Like, it's going to be anything I would trying to better itself and fucking not wanting to admit that it's just fucking hopeless. There's not very much fucking chance to do, right? I think you can better myself than anybody else. I can't fucking do anything without drugs. I mean, so what does that tell you? That I'm weak?
There's a lot of people out here that can't function without stuff. I noticed it's real heavy here. Portland and Warrenton and pretty much everywhere. Hood River, the Dalles. Of course, it's a different set of drugs here. People really like the blues here, whereas where I'm from in Nebraska, everybody likes the pretty much just meth.
Right.
I mean, you're not really going to find heroin there. And it's not like, in Washington State when heroin hit Seattle, downtown Seattle in 93, it didn't hit Boulder, Colorado until 2003. So it was over a decade later. But it definitely changes people. But the main thing that people don't look at is that the gateway drug is trauma.
You're the reason why we use drugs to begin with. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part, it's not even the fun that leads us to it. It's fucking disease and fucking disaster and fucking devastation.
I know people that are stuck on opiates because they broke a leg back in high school. I know people that are addicted to heroin because they started off on opiates and the doctor told them, "Oh, we're cutting you off now."
Yeah.
I know people who get drunk and smoke weed because they don't want to remember what their dad did to them or what their mom did to them or their brothers or sisters.
Yeah.
Come to realize women are just as disgusting as we paint all men to be.
Yeah, if not more so.
Well, I don't want to say
We
that.
can be just as much of a predator. We can fucking be just as abusive.
Yo, statistically, women are more likely to be so.
That's sad.
31% of children are killed by the mother, and 31% of violently killed children are killed by the mother. 31% are violently killed by the father. That's 62% of children. That's the majority right there. And then when it comes to nonviolent deaths like poisoning, women are 15 times more likely to poison their kids, 11 times more likely to drown their kids, 5 times more likely to beat their kids. But that doesn't mean that all my predators were female or male. Just some people do stuff because they're desperate, and some people do stuff because they're mean. And also, it also comes down to what their desperation is for. Some people are desperate to keep their kids safe. Some people are desperate to get laid. Some people are desperate to feel like they're in control of somebody else. Some people are desperate for something to eat, and they're the ones that end up getting busted at Walmart with a loaf of bread. Like, if you're gonna go steal some food, why would you steal a loaf of bread? It's huge, it's massive, it does give you some filling, but I mean, really, you gotta squish it down to steal it out of a place anyway. For me, I never got into stealing, so that wasn't something I ever had to worry about. I just always thought about it in my head when people would tell me what they just got out of jail for. Like, really? A loaf of bread? Was it like a baguette? Try to make light of the situation, but sometimes, that's not the right thing to do in a situation. Like, if it's something real serious, the last thing you really want to hear after you get beaten up is for somebody to make jokes about getting beaten up. Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna get back in my vehicle and warm up a bit. Hopefully it'll start back up again.
I know, it sounded rough.
Do what?
I said it sounded rough. Sorry, it sounded rough.
Yeah,
What's
it
up
is.
with the rails on the top? What's with those rails?
The guy I bought it from, he used to be a tree cutter, so he put those on top so that he could put his tools in it, like a tool rack. Also, thank you for offering to share. I haven't messed with any of that for ever in a day. Once in a great while, I smoke pot, but that's about it.
You fucking mean what you think? I got it, sure.
Yes, ma'am.
There's once in pot. I mean, I've got some. I found a whole fucking thing of it today.
Nah, I'm good. It's Oregon. People offer me free everything all the time. And if they're not offering it to me, they're asking for it.
Like,
Do
are
what?
we in Oregon now?
Yo.
I don't know where back. Up Washington, fucking Hoodoo land, the unspoken. You guys have gotten better. I appreciate it more than what you guys are listening to.
Washington State was
the
scary
word
for me.
disdainful is what it is, and damn, they are very good at it. Oh, I kill it every time.
Yeah, I don't understand why at all them people at Camp Hope, apparently they only placed like 56 people.
Yeah, I was trying to remember.
Do what?
I was trying to remember. Sobriety. Kid factor is what keeps me high. I choose to stay high because I don't like it. And my pain has gotten so fucking spirit. Yeah. So it's not bad. It's just so fucking super. Yeah, I think I'd be a lot cheaper and a lot more easier. What do you like, huh? Yeah, I'm
I
not
hear
sure.
the cars driving by.
Fire in hell here, huh? Yeah, I think it does. I was surprised when I found it in my handbag. But I explained sometimes when I'd be like my cane would be like, like son of a bitch, that thing's much bigger than me. What happened? And mine was circular, like it was had like a almost looked like a donut, you know, like the hole in the middle and all that. Well, yeah, I've never, from the very beginning of this shit show, I've never really understood why the hell people seem to have strategic locations. that's why, that's why a lot of times I do a lot of stupid shit because I give up. It's like, what the fuck? It's not like I can have privacy anymore. It's not like I can find privacy anymore.
That's something I try to explain to people too that live in houses, never had to go through it. I'm like, here's the thing, the reality is you don't have any privacy. A lot of people, they don't want a homeless person to record them being mean to the homeless person, but they got no problems pointing a phone at a whole bunch of homeless people living in busted down RVs and calling it a fentanyl camp.
A what?
Like a fentanyl camp. Yeah, they stopped calling them homeless camps apparently, and now they call them fentanyl camps. Not everybody there's on fentanyl. People are assholes. They're selfish, and if they use the right words, then it makes it okay to victimize you and throw away the rights that you're supposed to have.
What happens when all the words are bad? What happens when the name of the drug or the fucking group of people or what? When it just doesn't matter.
I don't know, that might just be simple hubris. We all like to think we matter.
And when we find out that we don't.
That's a
I mean,
matter
like,
of perspective.
think about that. Like, if there was no heaven or no hell, no ad girls or ad boys,
If
or
somebody
any
punches
type
you
of
in the face, that's a fact. But there's a lot of stuff like hubris, that's just a matter of people's opinions. And people do stupid stuff over their opinions, like punch each other in the face. Sorry, I didn't mean to go off on a rant. I got Asperger's, so I kind of move weird, and I have Tourette syndrome, so I do this with my wrist, and I get winky blinky sometimes. So if I do, I'm not hitting on you.
What do you do with your wrist?
I do this. I just turn them in. And then
well, that's usually a lot of guys do that, don't they? Jimmy told I had Papa Smurf, and that's the only thing he could do. It was seriously a toilet that came from McDonald's of all things, and it had its hand was like, what the fuck? I told you the only motherfucker I know that could have a toilet that jacks off with a. Oh yeah, the cough. Well, or have the hell it is. Oh, you
well,
fucking
sometimes I wink at people, and I've had people beat me up before because they thought I was gay or hitting on their girlfriend and stuff. So usually when I meet somebody, I try to let them know.
So I've got a gay jacking off Jimmy with a goddamn pole. But has no sense of humor whatsoever. And has Asperger's.
Well, where'd you find that
I don't really
at?
think that Asperger's a fucking good meal, but I mean, it could be a treat. I'm fluent in the land of fentanyl camps with Tourette syndromes and fucking narcolepsy. And don't get that confused with the one that sleeps with the dead people. Well, maybe it is.
No, narcolepsy is the one where you pass out out of nowhere.
I was trying to figure out how it was. I was gonna. What is it? A serial. What is it when you have sex with dead people? That's what we're getting down to. You guys would ask me about that shit. Like,
I don't want to have sex with them while they're alive.
Why would I have them while they're living? Why do you have to
one?
when they're dead too? Damn it! You really take all the fucking fun out of this, don't you?
Right, I do.
Well, I don't know. They don't talk back, first of all.
Yeah, I've heard all the dead baby jokes. I've heard all oh, I didn't do it. I dug her up, but she stunk, so I put her back after a few minutes.
Well, that's good. That's
or the other gross ones. I lived on Pearl Street. I got to hear a whole bunch. Could you possibly part with a pretty penny for a poor, pathetic panhandler panhandling on Pearl Street to pot piece of tea and possibly a pistol for the president, pretty please?
I would have said, make sure and give me the goddamn penny so the fucking friendship doesn't get severed. That's a measure of the fucking quality of when I give you a knife, why the training was needed. Oh,
Yeah,
but that's an old belief.
usually when someone hands me a knife, it's directly into my back.
Oh, I fucking found it first of all, and I was watching the kid and he was sleeping in front of the laundromat, and there was a guy off on the other side of the road, and I'd seen him over there, like, watching the guy. Didn't seem right, seemed weird. So I went back down and gave him a knife in case he needed one.
Yes, ma'am.
That's all I could do. I mean, I didn't know what else to do.
I try not to carry.
And honestly, when I see a man watching another man, it does worry me sometimes, especially at night. 'Cause the one was kind of smaller and the other guy's kind of a big guy. It's like, what the fuck's really going on?
When I came back from Warrenton, there was a car broke down on the side of the road, and it was a grandma and her granddaughter. And I guess the mother had to walk all the way into town with a gas can to try to get some gas.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to, leave them there by themselves without any sort of protection.
Yeah.
And since I don't have any knives, I gave them my pepper spray and my bug zapper.
Nice. That's that little, like, the fucking wand looking thing that zaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody tries to put their nasty cock beaters on you, you make them rethink
Because
it.
they're fucking, they're loud. And you get bright too when they fucking.
Yeah. It scares the hell out of people when you press the button. Usually just seeing it's deterrent enough, but if they don't recognize it, you just half-second zap. You don't even have to point it at them or nothing. They hear that sound and they're like, yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah. I look like hands.
People usually don't try to assault me when I'm with somebody else, or when they see that I got a bug zapper on, or one of the ones I've been thinking about carrying is the bear mace, but I'm not sure if I'm allowed to carry that in town. I know I'm allowed to have it. I'm just not sure if I'm allowed to carry it on my head.
Oh, yeah. I never, well, that's what it's always had to do cleanup. And after it gets used, if it wants to get some material, I'm not buying things from it. Like, that's why I want to fuck with the sandwich holder. It's still in all the material in the fucking drill. Like, it hasn't been removed. If anything, it's worked its way in deeper for a helicopter from the tubers from my twin set and fucking seconds, man. It hit it and it was like, oh, it is. It was just fucking hot. Yeah, I'm down to my towel, my god.
I got
What was
beaten
your
up
name again?
for throwing away someone's tutor once. Sean.
Sean? I'm Jamie. But I want a hug. There's something about him. My name is Buddy Jesse. I was looking at you. Sorry for anything awkward, but I remember Jesse. He was a good guy. We had a big old house they made into 3 apartments. And him and his boyfriend lived next to me, which drove my boyfriend at the time crazy. He just couldn't handle fags. It just drove me. And I thought they were interesting. So I fucking talked to Jesse and he told me everything there was to know about it. I figured, hell, I might as well get educated. We have
People
beautiful
hate my
voice.
pink headphones. But I'm like, they have ears on them, okay?
I have a pink jacket. I'm just waiting for the jacket. We're both wearing pink. I'm like, and I know you think I'm a man, but guess what? I have a vagina. I hope they be the same taste for you, son. But yeah, the top half is never matching the bottom half. It's like I have not been able to get that one figured out forever. And about the time that it's like I just don't fuck with it anymore. I'm like, I don't know. It's what it wants to do. I personally say, fuck it. And that's why I do all the drugs. I do all of them. Oh, I gotta make sure we return her fucking thing. I don't think I could even have remembered if I was missing anything or not, to tell you the truth. That was the closest as I could be to actually babysitting my laundry. And I do appreciate the hell out of it getting done, because I'm gonna tell you what, I honestly didn't think I could afford to fucking pay for it. I didn't know that laundromats got so fucking expensive, bud.
Oh yeah, they did.
They're fucking expensive as hell. Like, what the fuck? Crazy ass shit. Ugh. Well, I'm gonna put it back in this one. So at least it looks fucking kind of humanish. I hate all my fucking things being in trash bags all the time. Oh no, I've been doing trash bags forever. It's like dumpster diving, been doing it forever, it seems like, so. don't have any fucking way out on it, apparently. If I do, I'm not getting told about it, so. Look it. And our fucking, pudding went out the window one day because I had it in the bag way too long. Like, it was fucking fouler than foul. I do have some fucking fruit that's fucking delicious, though. The peaches and the fucking plums, they are ripe and they're yummy. Mom, have at it.
I might be able to eat
They're
one of
getting
the
beat up in
peaches.
my fucking bag, huh? Peaches and plums, and they're delicious. But I'm not taking them with me, fucking, because I've already smashed the hell out of them. If I put them back in my cart, they're gonna be fucked.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh yeah. It'd be like I just bitten my own self.
Yeah, I had to stop and use the bathroom and let my car cool down. I figured I'd listen to the radio until I get out, and then I was like, all right, I sat here for about 20 minutes, and that lady is out there. She hasn't bugged me or anything.
Oh, she's out there trick-or-treating through her laundry as usual.
Yeah, I saw you flipping through your foilies too.
Oh yeah, I'm usually I don't hide what I do. I don't brag about it. I don't try to flaunt it like they think, but I'm not gonna lie to you about who and what I am. Because
You shouldn't have to. That kind of makes things more complicated.
what fucking right do you ever have? Because you have fixation on my body. We all were fools for ever letting that happen.
Yeah, I told him if I ever get pregnant, I'm not having an abortion.
That's good. You keep that ass baby.
Right?
And that's how we eat Asperger's. Y'all didn't know that? Oh yeah. Well,
I have
the day that
definitely
I
been
see a
described
pregnant
as
man
an
is
ass
every day of
before.
my life.
Oh my God, that's Chapel, Nebraska. I went to a high school reunion in Chapel, Nebraska. I was the only guy there that didn't look pregnant.
They all look pregnant nowadays.
Yeah, are you
Jesus Christ, this
Timothy
is
pregnant?
retarded. I've
No,
never had something.
I ain't got no kids. My wife ain't pregnant. I'm like, oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
fuck.
right. She's still built like a supermodel.
Yep, now it's
Seems
just
to me you're the husband who's on his way out.
Oh my god, it's fucking seriously water.
I know a lot of
Usually when I
women.
cook it is when it happens. I'm not sure eating.
I know a lot of women who threw away their husbands because their husbands got fat recently.
Really?
And I knew a lot of guys back in the '90s who threw their wives away because they got fat.
Right.
Well, we got gender reversal going on now. I don't mean like literally, but the gender role reversal thing. And I'm like, now that it's 2023 and I hear a bunch of little 19-year-olds tell me about how men just want women to cook them dinner and stuff, I'm like, but you don't know how to cook macaroni and fucking cheese, and I will cook my own Asperger's. I knew I was gonna get a smile out of you on that one.
I will kick my own Asperger's, that's for sure. And I'm sure Burger will appreciate it.
I always saw cooking as a survival skill.
No.
And the thing that always weirded me out is I don't really know any guys who expect a meal to be cooked for them or prepared for them when they get home. Everybody that I know that would have that expectation is like 60 years old or more. And even then, it wasn't standard anymore.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure they're not going to expect their food to become water. That's a surprise for me. I haven't cooked for years ago. Anytime I cook, it does that. It just waters up, like
dripping off. I don't have any teeth, so it's tough for me to eat the skin. The plum would be impossible.
I actually could be alone. I managed it. But yeah, that's why. Thanks for explaining that to them. I'm sure they're like why is that crazy bitch putting fucking skin around? I got teeth, motherfucker. I'll tell you what, you ain't got teeth, it gets stuck in my throat and stuck in my chokes.
Yep, I don't eat salad anymore. Of course, I was never a rabbit.
Well, damn it. Weren't you missing the life? And that's probably good because, you know, that rabbit up there, he got fucked.
Yeah, my food eats your food.
I'm not going to comment on that.
That,
You
that's
could not fucking.
that's
Come on
something
my
I
shoulder
said
too much,
often
bastard.
to vegans in Colorado. My
Huh?
food to vegans in Colorado, I just tell them my food eats your food. Or you know what? A plant can't scream or run away or nothing. At least an animal's got a sporting chance.
That's true. That's kind of creepy sad.
It is.
Because they have feelings.
See, now that's a good way to get a heartfelt vegan to just starve themselves to death. I don't want to kill the animals and I don't want to kill the plants.
I would hope they wouldn't chain themselves to the plant, though. That's going to be a long night for them if they do. Well, that and chaining yourself to the plant ain't going to be mattering much. I'm not really chained to anything, but I'm going to offer candy is how I'm going to put this because the actual terminology of it just pisses me off. Still, it's just one of those things, I guess. Hey, God knows I used to have tons of these all the time, so I guess it was only a matter of full circle for me.
Yeah, I don't have a white van though.
Oh, shit. That's great. I don't even have a black van. I have mean shoes.
I tell people I'm still looking for the other set of roller skates because I only have one roller skate. People go, man, your car is so small. I say, yeah, it kind of looks like a little shoe, doesn't it?
Okay.
A little shoe. I like to joke to people that my car is a roller skate.
Okay. Oh, like a.
Yeah, back before they had rollerblades, you know, back when, yeah.
I'm like, I fucking. I'm not sure what color the car is. Like, I goddamn heard that fucking car too many times. I started from up the hill and. I'm like, what the fucking goddamn car?
Well, on the bright side, at least in this town, it is nowhere near the loudest vehicle here.
That's true. Very true. There's plenty of them too. Okay, oh my god. Jamie, what are you doing?
Some guy drove by with a Harley earlier, and it was so incredibly loud. I thought to myself, you know what? He's got to have speakers hooked up with microphones to the exhaust amplifier. That is really loud. Yeah.
And now, nothing muscle kind of it. It's painful, but not like a sharp pain. It's just hard to explain. It sucks. I gotta find the
Yeah, Dora called me earlier and asked if I was Dan. I was like, who gave her my number and why does she think I'm Dan? I don't know about all that dapper. Do what? Yeah. I got lucky. Meth put me to sleep. There was no reason to use it.
What?
I said I got lucky. Meth put me to sleep, so there was no reason to use it. All my friends in high school, like way back in, I want to say 2000, 2003, they were all strung out on meth, and I'd never tried it. And in order to hang out with my friends, basically they'd come out of the room and tell me they'd be back in 5 minutes. 4 hours later, they'd tell me they'd be back in 5 minutes again. For another 4 hours, they're gone. So finally, I was like, all right, I'll try it. Because if I try it, they're not as paranoid. So I tried it, and I went to sleep. So, yeah, not really the thing for me. Alcohol was my thing until I turned 21, and then it was no longer fun. Yeah, probably. I'm gonna see if I got any tobacco in my car. I want to smoke me a cigarette. I got papers. I'm actually in my car right now, and your voice is really quiet, and I can't hear you over the vehicles driving by. But I was just letting you know so I wasn't being rude. Well, it don't seem as if I'm smart enough to put things in the same place every time. I can check. It is 11:52. 11:52. Yep, almost midnight. Yeah, some of the lights that they have like literally a 20-year lifespan on them. So if you look at some of the lights around here, they're a really dingy yellow-orange. Those are about to burn out. Those are ballast lights. And when they replace them, they'll be replacing them with like these bright fluorescent or incandescent kind of lights. But the only lights they make that are that quality are street lights. Or chandelier lights, I guess they do that if it's like a real fancy opera hall or something. I don't, but I do have some rolling papers. Let me see if I have any extra tobacco. I might be able to roll you one. All right. Rolling papers. Bonjour. Well, looks like I was able to roll that lady a cigarette just in time for her to disappear.
Well, I feel ya. I only had 2 billion.
Sorry, I couldn't actually hear you over traffic. Oh.
Go back into my cart and we're gonna do new shape, right? I don't know if you tell.
Oh, that's a heat wave. Still cooler than it was. It was.
I'm still pretty fucking full. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm glad I'm trying to improve on my fucking, my she's got a coolness that I fucking inhabited me forever now. How about I'm just like a fucking
I'm gonna see if I could use this thing to actually see what I'm doing. Alright, it would work better if I turned on the ignition. Do what?
Like my first car, count. There's a little car like that one. It's an ugly fucking yellow. Okay, come on, then you're dead.
My first car was 85 Pontiac Firebird my uncle tried to kill a lady in.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I ain't very fucking tired.
I didn't think so either. He told me he was just trying to scare her, but he also told me where he was standing when he did it. So I went and stood where he said he was standing, and I was like, no, dude, you were trying to shoot her in the head. The headrest is right behind those 2 bullet holes. She's like you shooting at her with a 22. It just bounced off the windshield. Well, it shattered the windshield, but it didn't go through. All right. Yeah, I always feel bad for people.
I don't run and I don't hide. There's no fucking point in anything. And what's the feeling I was going there? I didn't come in or go out, but I didn't come at all. Or 3/4 during the year or something. Maybe it's just something like a heavy thunder. Maybe I can have a light a little bit better than that. So I get some batteries, and that's going to be going in that second light there, and it on.
Everything I got.
Oh, and I got for Jackie, but
Everything I got that I can kick down to is all up in the mountains, and I ain't got the gas to get up there, but
that's my ultimate goal. Yeah, I'm gonna check this since the last time.
That is a big bag of weed you found. Well, this car's definitely seen better days. Do what?
If they get Brenda back there, I haven't had that.
It's a good way not to lose it.
Huh?
I said it's a good way not to lose it. Keep it attached to the body. I try to keep my head attached to my body, I suppose. I can't find my lighter though.
That's why I gotta fucking, like it or not, I have to go to the house to get my fucking lighters in there, my fucking big torch. Like, I mean, I've been cleaning all night without fucking one inside. Here. And I had one light, but I guess it is a big as well, but it's fucking kind of awkward that I can't. Right here, yeah.
Do what? Found mine. Lighter. Close enough to a firefly, I guess. Well, be safe, Miss Jamie. I think I'm gonna head down to Tillamook Sporting Goods and pass out for the night.
I know, that lady's a bitch. She was fucking evil. She like fucking just fucking scare you down like fucking like I thought someone. I was thinking I was in my ear and fucking was like words like a so that every word that I'm saying right now is echoing in my head and it's like ringing in my ear like fucking I'm trying to remember fucking what else I had to smoke.